You're not tired because you're failing. You're tired because you're holding more than anyone sees. I hear this every week from CEOs I coach. I cannot turn my brain off. Everything still feels like it comes back to me. Or I should feel grateful, but it just feels heavy.
Was the worst year for a lot of us for our mental as well as physical health. So joining us this morning is best-selling author, coach Lisa Goldenthal.
Hello and welcome. I'm Lisa G, your host. You're at the top of your game, yet the game is changing faster than ever. Strategies that got you here aren't the ones that'll keep you here. The pressure is relentless, and the fear of obsolescence looms large. That's why I'm here. Welcome to the new podcast series, Disrupted: How to Be Gritty and Unlock Performance in Business, Mindset, Wellness, and Success, to help you master disruption.
Thanks for coming, and I'll see you soon.
Here's something most leaders don't say out loud. According to recent executive health data, over 70% of CEOs report moderate to severe burnout symptoms, yet fewer than 20% talk about it openly. Why? Because burnout at this level doesn't look like collapse. It looks like functioning while carrying weight quietly. If you are a leader who has felt that shift, this live is for you. We're going to talk about how top CEOs get out of burnout now. Hello, everyone. It's Lisa. I am coming to you live from Kennewick. If you're here live or watching on the replay, drop where you're tuning in from in the comments so I can say hello, and share this with your network to start a movement to end burnout now. And before we talk strategy, let me shoot you straight. You're not tired because you're failing. You're tired because you're holding more than anyone sees. I hear this every week from CEOs I coach. I cannot turn my brain off. Everything still feels like it comes back to me. Or I should feel grateful, but it just feels heavy. So here's a quick check-in. Which one of these feels most familiar right now? I have coached many CEOs out of burnout, and 3 patterns show up almost every time. Not because they're broken, because the role slowly asks too much from one person. So what are the patterns? Let's dive in with pattern 1. Everything still runs through you. Decisions still land on your desk, even the ones that shouldn't. Can you relate? And it's not because your team is incapable. It's because you care deeply about quality and outcomes. Even when you step away, part of you stays mentally plugged in. Anyone else? Here's an honest question. When you imagine taking real time off, does your body relax or tighten? If it tightens, it's not a weakness. It's just a system signal. One CEO I worked with hadn't taken a real vacation in years. After we rebuilt decision flow and ownership, he took 2 weeks off, didn't even check his Slack once. So that's pattern 1. And pattern 2 is work follows you home. You're exhausted, but your mind will not shut down. Thinking, did that conversation land? What if that decision backfires? Did I miss something? That is not drive. That's emotional load. So here's the question. When was the last time your body actually felt off duty? Once we rebuilt leadership boundaries for a founder I worked with. His sleep improved within 2 weeks. His family noticed even before he did. And the third pattern, your worth is tied to the results. Anyone else? When things go well, you feel grounded. And when something slips, it hits deeper than it should. Feedback feels personal. Setbacks linger. Not because you're fragile, but because your identity is fused to performance. So ask yourself this: if results pause for a moment, would your sense of worth stay steady? One CEO told me he had not felt light in months. Once we separated identity from output, his clarity returned, and so did his energy. Here is the truth. Burnout at this level is not a personal flaw. It's a system problem. You do not need more discipline. You need a leadership structure that supports you instead of leaning on you. And that is why I built the Boss Executive Blueprint. And I've opened up 2 additional spots for live coaching calls and support. So comment or DM me the word execution to see if you qualify. And before you go, tell me which part of this hit closest to home. I know for me, it was the performance tied to identity. And I read and respond to every comment myself. I'm Lisa G. Thank you for coming.